All right, let's get right into it. We've got a real mid-range showdown for you today. In one corner, we have the tough as nails Realme P3 Ultra, and in the other, the powerhouse iQOO Neo 10R. This is going to be good.
So, the big question is, which one of these is the true mid-range champion for 2025? I mean, both of them are packing some serious heat, but you'll see they're coming at it from completely different angles. It's not as simple as you might think.
So, to figure this out, we're going to break it down round by round. We'll look at everything, the screen, the power, the cameras, even the price tag, to see which one really deserves the crown. Okay, let's dive into round one. This is all about the core experience, right? How does it feel to use these phones day to day? We're talking screen and performance. All right, first things first, let's talk about the display. Now, both have beautiful AMOLED screens, so that's a great start. But wow, the iQOO Neo 10R just pulls way ahead here. You get a super smooth 144 Hz refresh rate, which is awesome, but the real showstopper? A crazy 4,500 nits of peak brightness. The P3 Ultra is just standard in comparison. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, that insane brightness means you can actually see your screen perfectly, even in bright direct sunlight. No more squinting. For the display, it's a no-brainer. The winner is definitely the iQOO Neo 10R. Okay, let's pop the hood and look at the engine. The Realme P3 Ultra is running the Dimensity 8350 Ultra, which is a really solid, capable chip. No complaints there. But then you look at the iQOO Neo 10R, and it's got the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. And, well, that's a whole different level of power. And look, this isn't just about specs on a sheet. That Snapdragon processor means your games are going to run smoother, your apps will switch faster, and multitasking will feel effortless. If you're all about raw power, iQOO takes another round. Easy. All right, moving on to round two. This is where we talk about the stuff that really matters every single day, right? The camera for all your photos and the battery life that hopefully gets you through the day. Now, if we look at the main cameras on the back, it's pretty much a tie. Both have a 50-megapixel main shooter with OIS and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, so nothing to really separate them there. But the real difference maker is around the front. Yep, check this out. The Neo 10R packs a 32-megapixel selfie camera. That is literally double the resolution of the 16-megapixel one on the P3 Ultra. So if you're big on selfies or you do a lot of video calls, this one's an open and shut case. iQOO wins again. Okay, so what about battery life? The endurance test. Charging speed is actually the same on both, a really fast 80 watts, which is great. But when you look at the actual battery size, the iQOO Neo 10R has a bit of an edge with a 6,400 milliamp hour battery. The P3 Ultra is close, but just behind at 6,000 milliamp hours. You know, that extra 400 milliamps might not sound like a lot, but trust me, it can be the difference between your phone dying at 10 p.m. or lasting until you get home. It's a close call for sure, but that little extra juice gives the win to the Neo 10R. So, right now, it's looking like a total blowout for iQOO, right? But hold on, because this is round three, and this is where the Realme P3 Ultra comes roaring back. We're talking durability versus dollars. And this is where the whole story flips. The iQOO Neo 10R has an IP65 rating, which is fine. It'll survive a little rain. But the Realme P3 Ultra, it's IP68/IP69. We're talking full-on drop-it-in-the-pool waterproof. Plus, it's got stronger Gorilla Glass 7i on the screen, while the iQOO has just standard glass. Huge difference. To put it simply, the P3 Ultra is built for the real world, for those oops moments. It's designed to survive things the iQOO just isn't. When it comes to being rugged and tough, this is a massive, undeniable win for Realme. And now for the final piece of the puzzle, the price. The super tough Realme P3 Ultra kicks things off at $22,999. Now compare that to the iQOO Neo 10R, which starts at $24,999. So you're looking at a 2,000 rupee difference right there, and that's definitely something to think about. Okay, so the fight's over. What's the final verdict? Well, here's the thing. It's not really about who won the most rounds on paper. It's about figuring out which phone is the right champion for you. Let's make this really simple. You go for the Realme P3 Ultra if you are clumsy or just tough on your phones. If your number one priority is having a device that can take a beating and you want to save a little cash, this is your phone. It's the durable, smart money choice. But if you're all about having the best of the best, you go for the iQOO Neo 10R. If you're a heavy gamer, if you need that super bright screen for being outside, or if you're a selfie fanatic, then that extra 2,000 rupees is absolutely worth it for the better specs. So, in the end, it really just boils down to your priorities. Are you looking for peace of mind with a phone that's built like a tank? Or are you chasing that thrill of having the fastest, most powerful device? The champion is for you to decide. What's it going to be?